Alright YouTube, how's it going? Buster here again, Sunday video. So this video is about this classic Canterbury acoustic bass. This is another one of the examples where you don't have to pay a lot of money for a bass that you're not going to play all the time. I mean, it's different if you're constantly playing acoustic bass, gigging and stuff like that, then I go out and pay them what the 450 quid it is for a Fender Kingsman or whatever, or any other acoustic basses out here. But this was pretty cheap. Brand new, I think about 150 quid. I get this for 69 quid off of Richstone. Check them out, pretty good deals sometimes in there. We'll have acoustics, basses, and they've got a second hand section. So this is a maple neck, rosewood fretboard, spruce top, mahogany sides and back, good machine heads. It's got a bone nut. When I bought this, it came with black tape strings on it. These are, I've put Roto Sound acoustic bass strings on it. Came sort of set up in the way I liked it, so I've straightened the fretboard, lowered the strings, stuff like that. You can actually see inside. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite dark. It's quite dark. The lights of it. Shit. You actually see the mahogany back in it. So as I say, this is another one of these ones where you don't have to pay a lot of money for an acoustic bass that you're not going to play constantly. I mean, it sits out with the rest of the basses, and I pick it up and again and have a wee faff about and stuff. So I'll let you hear it not plugged in first of all, so just a proper acoustic. That's it, just acoustic. So that's coming through in the video, but playing with your fingers is probably not going to be as loud as that. It's not going to be as loud as that without being plugged into an amp. So nowadays I'll talk about what I'm doing with this, because this has not got a proper bass pickup in it. It's got a piezo pickup underneath the bridge, so you can actually play this through an acoustic amp or an electric amp. So I'm going to play it through this Ashdown G40R 40 watt electric guitar amp that you can actually put it up to an 80 watt by adding another cab to it, but it's just at 40 watts for now. Take your reverb off, treble, everything's up at 12. No put a drive on it, I've turned the reverb off. Everything on it's got a 4-band EQ on this. So it's got, I don't know if I've said this before because I've done this video twice because there's a dog battling it there. So it's got a boost, bass, mid, treble and presence. Right? Aye, so it's got bass, mid, treble and presence, and you can boost and cut it, and then you get a wee light here down the battery, plugs in through the back. So this is it through the amp. Pretty much, it's louder also, you can turn it up and stuff. Difference is, I mean, it's, if you're playing with like another acoustic, you would always, I think you would definitely need to put it through an amp. You can get a wee, if you're taking it camping and stuff like that, you can get one of the wee battery operated ones, but these are designed that you can play them through a guitar amp or a bass amp. It doesn't make a difference. I wouldn't advise playing a bass through a guitar amp, definitely not. I wouldn't advise that. You can do it, but you can damage because the cones are obviously different. The speakers are different for an acoustic, for an electric amp than it is for a bass amp. They're totally different cones. They're not designed to be played bass through. But you can do it if you really, if that's the only amp you've got. You can get, I think is it Behringer? Behringer actually do a multi combo amp. I used to have one years ago, and it was a kickback, and it was designed that you could play guitar and bass through it. And they also did one that I remember, I can't remember the name of it. They did one as well that it was about the size of this, that had 2 speakers on it, but it had two inputs, and one was for a guitar and one was for a bass, and you could plug in a guitar one side, bass in the other, and it would split it. And how I remember that is because when me and my mate started playing guitar, we had one amp between us, and we bought it, and it was for Victor Morris in Glasgow. I've never seen one since. I would like to find out where to get one to have a look at it. I was about to do this video. I spoke to him. I was up with my mates earlier, and I was speaking to him about the amp, and he remembers it as well. It was a Behringer amp that you could put in a bass, because it actually came up bass and guitar. So you could put the bass on one side, guitar on the other, and it would split the signal. It would do something inside the amp, and then you could play two instruments through it. And obviously if you took the bass, the guitar out, it would just be the bass, it would run the two speakers, and vice versa. It was quite a cool amp. I'd love to find out where that was. So anyway, rambling a wee bit. So that's acoustic bass. As I say, is another prime example that you don't have to spend a lot of money to get a good instrument. This needed a setup for me. I reckon if anybody bought this for their first acoustic bass, then it would be straight for Richtone. It'd be ideal. But for me, it needed set up for me. So I'll give you another wee look at it. So it says spruce top, mahogany back and sides, maple neck. It's quite a wide fretboard. It's got a nice veneer on the headstock, lightning inlays. Really nice guitar. It's got a 4-band EQ, piezo pickup. Don't know, a big fan of these, but this is the only guitar I've got on it. But it's really nicely made for a Chinese, we'll call it cheap guitar. So that you can find them out there. But I'm not a guitarist by any means. I know I'm outside the view, but I'll show you this. I picked this up the other day, and I couldn't resist picking it up. So once I start getting into playing guitar, I'll do a wee demo of this. But this is a 1977 Ovation, and it's a really, really nice guitar. The neck, fretboard, frets, headstock, everything, one piece of aluminium. So that's all made out of one piece of aluminium, all this. It's got the plastic back, bow back, and I think it's a spruce top, very resonating. I'm not, as I say, I'm not a guitar player by any means, but I was looking for an acoustic because there's some songs I want to learn. And the same thing, I wouldn't go out and pay hundreds of pounds for an acoustic. I really like the Epiphone, I can't remember what it's called, my mate's got one, the cutaway and stuff like that. I can't remember the name of that one. My mate's got an Epiphone. Mad Balco's got a Yamaha acoustic, so I was looking for something no too cheap but no too expensive. I won't tell you what I paid for this, but this was an absolute steal. An absolute steal. There's no electrics in this. There's no piezo on it, and there's no. And I would never fit one because of the price of these. These are still quite expensive, and this is a 1977 guitar. So I'll do a couple of wee calls at a demo. So there you go. It's the same thing. This is an expensive guitar, brand new. I don't think they make them anymore. But if you can pick up a good instrument for pretty cheap, and as I say, I won't tell you how much I paid for this. I took it to my mates today to show him. Dave Gilmer played one, Paul Weller played one of these. He's a big Dave Gilmer fan, and he's seen it. He was amazed the amount of money I paid for this, and the frets are still good for being that old. Need a wee crown, need a wee polish and crown right enough, but they're fine. You obviously can't deal with these the same as you do with a normal guitar and pull the frets and refret them. You can't do that because that's all one piece. They're included in the mould. Yes, but this is a nice guitar. So enough rambling. Next week I don't know what I'm going to be doing, what guitar to do next week. I'm going to look back at my videos and see what ones I've not done. I might get another one on the Kingdom, which is back there, my daughter's favourite guitar. I did one on the 5-string. Couple of P basses there that I could do it on. I might get my Honor, my Marlin State of the Art for my daughter, and do another video on that. Malcolm's already done one. So yeah, so that's it. That's acoustics. As it says, don't have to pay mega bucks for a. If you know what you're looking for, or if you know a guitarist or anything like that, ask for help. Ask them, because I mean, you don't have to pay mega bucks for a decent instrument. No, these days anyway. I mean, back in the days, Malcolm will say, if you've seen his videos, back in the day, the guitars back then were shit. You know what I mean? They were falling apart, made out of plywood and everything. But these days, the guitars seem to be pretty new. I mean, that acoustic bass, I reckon that's probably, it's not even, they don't sell them anymore. I know that. Not like this anyway, with the lightning bolts. They do a similar model, but it's dot inlays rather than the lightning bolts. But it's a nice guitar. It's got binding and stuff like that, and for the price of 150, 160 quid, I think, brand new. It's a good guitar, especially if you're learning, and also it's no your go-to guitar. Now, if I was in a band and I played acoustic bass, then I certainly would buy a better acoustic bass. There's plenty out there. Ovation make a good one. There's a Washburn that I fancy getting. I'm only looking for one of them. It's got, rather than having the sound tool, it's got slots in it. They do a 5-string version and a 4-string version, and they do a guitar as well. The other acoustic bass that I nearly had, that somebody bet me on, was an old Honor that obviously copied the Gretsch with the pickup, the plectrum sound tool on it. I had a guitar version years ago when I first started playing, and I went straight to bass. The problem I've got with playing guitar is I damaged my finger when I was younger, and that finger is really, it's got a lot of excess skin on it because I cut the finger and basically took the tip of my finger off. So when I play normal guitar, when I go to hit a chord, I can't get it exactly where I want the finger to go. It kind of touches the string below, and then because it takes me. That's how I end up. I just gave up the guitar and ended up being a bass player. So a wee bit of history of my dodgy finger. So that's it. I mean, if you're just starting out playing stuff like that, don't I wouldn't worry about getting an expensive guitar. Squires are good, and you can do a lot of mods and stuff to your guitars to make them what you want. You can buy a PJ Squire, and you can put Seymour Duncans and whatever else in it. And then if you like the guitar and you like the way it plays, then upgrade yourself to a Fender PJ setup, and then you can then take the pickups and put it into, if you wanted, into your Fender, then put them back to original. And do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I do. Well, I mean, my uncle's the same. He takes pickups out and changes them about to see the way he likes them, and does a lot of mods for other people. So, aye, there you go. Be 16-minute video. Me laughing a lot of shit. Aye, so don't know what next week's video is going to be. Acoustic bass with the acoustic that I got. Hope you stay safe. Hope you stay in the house and away from people. Use your mask if you ever go out. Keep safe, peeps. Speak to you soon.